Hi, Peter's Recap here. Today I'm going to be explaining a horror sci-fi movie called I Am Legend. Spoilers are had, watch out and take care. Dr. Alice Crippen is evaluated about her incredible discovery. She has changed the measles with the goal that it assaults harmful cells. She makes sense of that all the cancer patients which her cure has been tried on have recuperated up until this point. The scene leaps to 3 years after the fact. We see New York City has turned into an unfilled and forsaken place, without human existence. Grass covers streets and structures, deserted parkways, and the city is quiet. It appears to be that end times has shown up. Robert Neville, Will Smith, is passing through the abandoned city joined by Sam, his dog. A group of deer jump across his way and he follows them, gives pursuit at speed in the vehicle. He attempts to shoot them and understand it's a hunt. The deer split up and run down a street hindered with deserted vehicles. Neville gives pursuit by walking, attempting to chase one deer down. As he adjusts a corner he gets the deer and his firearm locates just to be beaten to the kill by a lion. Robert is apparently torn regarding whether to shoot the lion and its family, which additionally enter the scene. Right now as Robert's watch caution begins blaring and he leaves, taking Sam with him. He leaves without shooting the firearm. We see Neville's home. It is the common American detached house, yet it looks like it were in a disaster area. He dreams for how Zoe, Sally Richardson, his now late spouse, and their now late youngster Marley, Willa Smith, and Sam attempt to leave New York. We see Robert wearing a military uniform. He chooses to remain in New York on his own to attempt to stop the Crippen infection as he is a military specialist. They tell Marley they are going on vacation. The fantasy scene is interfered with by Neville waking to indeed confront his desolate life. Robert and Sam exercise to keep up their strength, and Robert goes to a video rental shop where he converses with the life-sized models, his main type of contact with the human structure. It appears has made a game for himself to keep franticness from taking him. He later visits some apartment suite pads close by, observing unfortunately the remaining parts of individuals who used to live there. We recognize the aggravation clearly as he identifies with the deficiency of friends and family. Afterward, we hear the radio message Neville has made and plays over all AM radio frequencies. It says that he's alive, and that he'll be sitting tight for additional survivors at the South Road Seaport at noontime regular. Sam detects a deer once more, so Robert and Sam pursue it. The deer runs into an old structure subterranean level, and Sam pursues it, in spite of the fact that Robert has attempted to keep Sam down. Robert frightfully and apprehensively enters the structure as Sam won't return willingly. Cautiously, Robert looks through the obscured rooms. He finds the corpse of the deer and Sam. Concealing into an opening, Robert needs to shoot one of the tainted, who gives off an impression of being a mutant, outrage-filled beast called a Darkseeker. Both Sam and Robert begin taking off through the structure, pursued by a swarm of Darkseekers. He battles them all and both can escape the structure safe. The Darkseekers can't pursue them since there is light outside. They can't be presented to sunlight as the sun's UV radiation consumes them. Before long subsequently, Robert lays out a snare to get one of the Darkseekers. He prevails with regards to catching a female Darkseeker, Joanna Numata. As he does, nonetheless, the lead Darkseeker attempts to save her, however is driven back by the daylight. Robert brings the caught female back home, to his lab. He attempts the cure he is confident about, yet it bombs as she rises and almost goes after him. He resuscitates her and keeps on adjusting his serums in the expectation of tracking down a cure. He then makes a recorder video of the Crippen infection currently has assumed control over humankind and the Darkseeker's social devolution is finished. That evening, he dreams for the past, when his wife and youngster attempted to leave New York in the chaos of its clearing. He remembers the frenzy and dread in the city as the residents of the city attempt to get away from before the Darkseekers assume command. Once more, Neville wakes, with a profoundly miserable face. The following morning, he recalls that it's his birthday. At the point when he goes to the video store, he finds his life-sized models have been moved. During the night the Darkseekers have laid out a similar snare he coordinated for them the earlier day. Neville is gotten by the snare and drops. At the point when he awakens, he is severely harmed, hanging topsy-turvy and dying. Sam is reliably sitting tight for him. He sets himself free at long last similarly as sunset falls, however his leg gets seriously cut with his blade. The alpha male from the earlier day show up with contaminated dogs, yet Sam shields Robert, killing the Darkseeker dogs. Robert prevails with regards to slithering back to the well-being of his vehicle, hauling a severely harmed and infected Sam with him. At the point when he returns home, in spite of his earnest attempts to save Sam, the last option gives indications of disease, capitulates to the infection and attempts to destroy Neville, constraining him to choke her to death. The following day, he covers Sam's body. In a sorrow-stricken fury, he chooses to battle the Darkseekers. That evening, he drives his vehicle at speed into the crowds of Darkseekers who wander the roads around evening time. He crashes and the Darkseekers overwhelm the vehicle. Similarly, as the alpha male is going to kill him, brilliant light radiates on him and he passes out. Yet again, while resting, he has imagined about the past. This time he's dreamt for the helicopter his wife and kid used to get away from New York. As it takes off, it crashes with one more helicopter went after by Darkseekers, and his friends and family are both killed. Individuals who saved him are Anna Montes, Alice Braga, and a kid named Ethan, Charlie Tahan, who have heard Robert's radio message while going through the city. Robert rejects them icily from the onset, however begins to get used to them. Soon thereafter, Robert sees the Darkseekers have followed him, send off an assault on the house. The earlier night they had followed Anna back to the house when she safeguarded Robert. In spite of the fact that Robert's home protections are extensive, the Darkseekers are so perfect in number they break the shades and advance into the house. Robert, Anna and Ethan retreat to the basement lab. The Darkseekers assault the basement lab, with the alpha male Darkseeker crushing at the basement lab's walls. Neville lets the Darkseekers know that he can cure them, however they don't listen and proceed with their assault. Neville gives Compound 6 to Anna and advises them to go to Vermont. As Anna and Ethan escape, Neville gets an explosive and pulls the self-clasping pin similarly as the alpha male man is going to break the lab walls. After the walls are broken, Neville is seen charging at the Darkseekers before the projectile detonates, covering Anna's departure and eliminating all of the Darkseekers. The two individuals eventually make it to the safe house while Robert sacrifices himself by dying with the Darkseekers. The end. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification bell to get notified when we upload a new video, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.